Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, it is great to meet you. My name's Amelia. I'm a life coach, a business coach, and a meditation teacher. And today I'm going to be taking you through the two different internal voices that we have, the intuition and the inner critic, or the intuition and fear. Because something I get asked all the time is, how do you tell the difference between fear and love, or the intuition and the inner critic? It's something that we want to get in the habit of doing, because our intuition is going to lead us towards the things that make us feel great. It's going to lead us towards purpose and passion and peace in our life, whereas the inner critic is going to lead us towards, that feeling of chasing our tail and burning out and ticking all the boxes but not really feel like we're doing the things that we want. It's very unfulfilling, whereas the intuition leads us towards a really fulfilling life. So how we tell the difference, there are a few different ways. So first we're going to look at how it feels when that certain voice is guiding us, or that certain voice is speaking within us. So the inner critic happens up in our mind. It's our mental chatter, our monkey mind. And when we're listening to our inner critic, our mind feels busy. It speaks to us in sentences. And they're usually quick and fast, and they're buzzing around in our head. So usually when we're stuck with the inner critic, it's in those moments where we're feeling really stressed, when we're feeling overwhelmed, and we're feeling out of sorts. And then that mental chatter, that overanalyzing, that overthinking, that worry, that anxiety, this is all the work of the inner critic, and it's happening up in our mind, and it's that mental chatter that is really hard to drown out. So the inner critic's that voice that says, oh, maybe you should get that job because then your parents will be really impressed, and if you got that, then so-and-so would think you're great, and you'd make all this money, and then you could buy this thing, and it's that kind of busyness. Whereas the intuition is much more of a feeling. The intuition, rather than being up in our head like our inner critic, we feel it in our body. So you might feel it in your heart, but a lot of us feel it in our gut. So our intuition is our gut feeling. So we feel it in our gut. We feel it when we're grounded in our body, not when we're up in our mind, thinking on the go, fast, everything's happening, stressed. We're hearing our intuition when we're grounded, when we're calm, in those moments of space. So whether you're walking outdoors, or lots of people get insights in the shower, because that's a moment where they take a breather in their day. So the intuition will come through as a feeling. And unlike the inner critic, it's not all or nothing. The inner critic will go, you have to choose. You either do it and you go all in, or you can't do it at all. Or you either do it perfectly or you can't do it at all. Whereas the intuition is very gentle. It's much more like a feeling of interest or a desire towards something. So rather than your inner critic going, you have to get this job or it's the end of the world, the intuition will say to you, that could be interesting. I like the sound of that. I'm really drawn to that. Maybe I could learn more about that. Maybe I could do a workshop. Oh, this person's popped into my mind. Maybe I could talk to them about it. So the intuition is that gentle feeling, as opposed to the inner critic, which kind of needs to have that control where it can see all of the steps down the way. The intuition doesn't need to see the whole picture. The intuition just has that knowing that it's going where it's meant to go, and taking that gentle next step is what it's leading us towards, which is essentially what leads us towards fulfillment, because we can't know what is going to happen down the track. Even if we have gone with our inner critic and we've planned every minute detail, there's no way to know. So the best we can do is to take small steps that follow our intuition. So we're listening to that, this is what's in my body and this is what's in my head. Another way to tell the difference is that when we're listening to our inner critic, it can start to feel stressed. It feels like a weight on us, and we feel a bit like tired and contracted by it, if that makes sense. So you just feel, it makes you feel small. Whereas when you listen to the inner critic, to the intuition, when you're listening to the intuition, you feel expansive, you feel inspired, and you feel energized by the thought of the things that your intuition is pointing you towards. So in a quick summary, to hear your inner critic, you'll be up in your mind. It'll be that mind chatter. It'll be happening in sentences. It'll be contracted. It will make you feel small. If you're listening to your intuition, it will make you feel expansive and open and inspired. It will come through as a gentle feeling, and it will come through in moments of your day where you've created space to hear that. So I really hope that helps. If you have any questions, ask away in the comments. And if you have any other topics that you would love me to make a video on, just let me know. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.